I mean, I may be completely out of my mind thinking this way. It may just be because I have been so withdrawn from JRPGs, and I feel like maybe the whole genre, maybe video games as a whole, is slowly passing me by, going to a new generation of gamers. Like, I kind of do feel like that old guy who's still hanging on to his youth. And I'm not even that old, I'm, in my 20s, but I feel like I don't quite get all of online play. I mean, I enjoy playing certain games online, don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed, FPSs, playing death matches and capture the flag. I love games like Time Splitters, and ones that are actually popular like Halo, and I just recently played Gears of War 2, and I love the storyline and the gameplay in that game. I didn't really get a chance to play too much online. And more recently, I've been playing Left 4 Dead a lot online and finding a lot of enjoyment out of that. But as a whole, I'm not hugely drawn to online gaming. I'm not going to buy a game specifically just because of online play. For example, like Call of Duty. It has, decent gameplay, but it's more focused on just the online play. So it may just be, I'm that old guy still trying to hang on to his youth, hang on to what he used to love, and trying to understand what's going on with the genre in video games, but, just not quite getting it all the way. But playing Lost Odyssey brought back so many great memories of playing these old RPGs and then enjoying there and sitting there and watching the storyline. All the little extra things that you can collect, like the 1,000 Years of Dreams, that they're called, like these little dream sequences that are really, really well written, with like little stories and stuff that happen throughout the main character's life. Without spoiling too much, you have the main characters are these immortals that have lived for 1,000 years. So, they're trying to figure out, they lose their memory and trying to figure out what their purpose was and what they're supposed to be doing throughout the game. And they've now lived for so long that they have all these memories, and as the game continues on, you slowly gain your memories back. Like, little things will trigger memories. And just watching those little scenes, and I'm usually not one for finding all, the little tiny things and reading every single text thing you can read. But this game is worth sitting there and reading walls of text in certain instances, because it's just so enjoyable to read them, and they're really cool. The final battle of the game I was a little bit too level for, so maybe it wasn't as difficult as it probably should have been, but it was actually really well done. Like, I like the final boss and stuff. Nothing you haven't seen before in other JRPGs or RPGs as a whole. Nothing really groundbreaking with the final boss. It has a big storyline, scripted style final battle. But the ending that takes place, obviously after that battle, is so good. Maybe it's just because I've been withdrawn from games for so long that I'm, like, clinging to anything that may possibly be good. Maybe I'll look back at it and think, hey, maybe it wasn't as good as I thought it was. But I thought the ending in Lost Odyssey was amazing. It also probably has to do that two of my favorite main characters, and I'm not going to say who they are, I don't really want to spoil too much, but my two favorite characters have a huge part in the ending. Actually, it really doesn't spoil anything, because I'm not going to say what happens in the ending. But my two favorite characters are Seth and Ced. If you want to look up who they are, whatever, I'm not going to really say who they are or what their purpose is, but theirs are my two favorite characters throughout the game. And their part of the ending, because every character in the ending has a big part. They have, like, certain things that happen to them. But what happens to those two, I think, because I like those two characters so much that I thought the ending was even better than maybe, some people may think it is, or may thought it was, because I'm sure everyone even clicking on this has already played and beaten the game, and I'm probably just talking for no reason. But the whole thing is, if you haven't played Lost Odyssey, pick it up. It's not even that expensive anymore. I think it's like 30-some now at GameStop used. Be careful though, because it is 4 discs long, and that's saying, you're thinking, oh, that's huge. They put so much movies, and they have all the languages they ever recorded for the game. Like, I think it's like German, Japanese, English, I think Spanish, and maybe I think there's one other one on there. I can't remember which, but you have every language selection. So anyone who ever want to listen to it in any other language, you are able to. You have, of course, English subtitles as well. So if you want to listen to it in the original Japanese, if you're one of those people, you can. I actually enjoyed the English voice acting. I know some people don't like Kime's voice, but I actually really did like his voice. I mean, the game, like I previously did mention, there is some problems with it. It's not like an absolute perfect game. I wouldn't say, I never give a game a 10 out of 10 or whatever. I don't like to do number ratings anyway. But, you know, I never would give a game a 10 out of 10. But, I mean, there's definitely issues there. There's some bad clipping issues when you're trying to run through stuff real quick. You may accidentally get caught on a rock and stop dead, and, like, trying just to navigate around it sometimes can be a little bit of pain, like a hang-up for a second. The level-up system I don't necessarily love. It's one of those ones where instead of gaining a certain amount of experience, what you have is a 1 to 100 meter. When you reach 100, you go back to 1 and then work your way back up to 100. And because of it, you can only gain 1 level per battle. Now, I know there's some exploits that you can gain more than 1 level per battle, I think, using certain skills at certain parts of the game, but I didn't really find out about those exploits until I was actually way past that part. I found a decent place to level up later in the game that allowed me to massively level to help me beat the boss. Obviously a lot easier than I should have, but I didn't over level too much. I saw that a strategy guide recommended you be like 52. I was 55 when I beat it with all my main characters. And then, like I said before, it's one of those games where you need to level all the characters, and it's great to level up all the characters. You have 2 sets of characters. You have Immortals and Humans. And the Immortals don't have any really initial skills. They learn all their skills through skill linking, whether it's not through equipment, when you equip certain items to them, they learn a certain skill from it, or you skill link directly from one of your human characters. And it's definitely worth leveling the human characters up, especially said later on in the game, and skill link off of him or keep him in your party. The abilities that he gets helps greatly. He gets abilities such as double gold, double experience, double skill points. So when you're trying to learn every skill with every character, like skill link everything, it's great to have him in the party just for those reasons alone. And you get some really important items from some of those hidden secret bosses that's definitely worth the trek to go find them, fight those special bosses, because the items they give help immensely. So yeah, I think I've now ran it for way longer than probably anyone should, but this is just my first time I've really gone ahead and ranting on anything. Like I said before, the Disney videos will start on Monday. I will start with DuckTales and then do DuckTales 2 later on in the week, so they'll both be up this week along with game musics for them both. I'm still taking requests. I know some people have wondered, are you taking requests? I am still taking requests. I have like a list of games that have been requested, but if you do have anything that you'd like to request that I haven't already done, I will add it to the list. And probably the month of February, I'm not going to have anything like any special month or anything like I've been doing for like November for ninjas or horror games, or like I'm doing now for December Disney games. February, I'm definitely having no plans, so I'm going to try to get some of those requests done. So if you have a request, throw it out now, and it probably will get done hopefully in the month of February. Thanks everyone for watching this video, thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching all the other videos. If you want to see more of me just talking, ranting, whatever, say so. If you don't want to see any more of it, that's fine as well. I take everyone's opinion. If anyone's interested, I will start reviewing random games that I have played, because I do have a subscription to GameFly, so I get all the new games plus the ones I buy, and I play them all, so all the new big titles out of anyone wants to know my thoughts or opinions on them, I'm perfectly willing to give them, because they're a lot easier to do than actually playing a game to rant over it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.